Welcome back, Earth Bites gang. We've got another Earth Bites at home lesson for you today. Today we're going to be working on summer transplants. These have to stay inside for 6 to 8 weeks before we can put them in the garden. So now is the time to do them if we want to get them out there at the end of May, early June. I got a lot of work to do today, so I brought in some help. My daughter is here going to be helping us, and my son, who's on the camera right now, is also going to be helping. For this lesson, you're going to need a bunch of different things. You're going to need a newspaper. I usually just use those free newspapers that you get delivered to your house because they're the best size. And a pair of scissors to cut the newspaper. You're going to need some masking tape and an old spice jar, as well as a marker to write down what you planted. Of course, you need your seeds, and you're going to need some soil to fill up the cups, the potting soil. And if you've got some sort of a tray, you can use one of these old garden trays, or even if you have an old Tupperware tray or something like that you can put your cups in to collect the water. So we got a lot of work to do. Let's get started. First thing we need to do, we need to cut the newspapers in half. So if you cut them right down the middle, where it was folded, that's perfect. Put the two pieces of paper together. And you're going to want to fold these as well once again. Now where you folded them, you can cut them again. That'll give you the perfect size. Alright, now we're going to make our little pot. So take one of your new pieces of newspaper. Step 1, you're going to fold it like a hot dog bun. No hamburgers today, hot dog buns. Now where the fold is, that's going to be the bottom of your pot. So what I want you to do, take your spice jar and find the top of the spice jar, line it up so that where the fold was open, that's where the top of the jar is. The bottom of the jar is along the fold. And we're just going to, step 2, we're just going to roll the newspaper around the spice jar. And we're going to tape it so that it doesn't come apart. Thank you, helper. All right, step number 3, we're going to poke the jar up again so we have some paper that we can fold on the bottom. Now, you're going to take one finger, you're going to fold one side, and you're going to take the other finger, fold it down so your two fingers meet. Now you've got a little set of cat ears. Now we're going to fold our cat ears down. Everyone always thinks I mean folding the cat ears down, but we actually have a cat here at our house who's got folded ears. Alright, then we're going to tape it down. And you can pop it off, and there's your newspaper pot. Now that you've got your seed pots, it's time to fill them up with your potting soil. So I like to use a spoon for this, and we'll just spoon it all in there. You can shake it a bit to make sure it's nice and level and there's no air pockets in there. Try and get as much dirt in there as you can though, but don't squish it down. If you get a little too much, just scrape it off the top. I like to do this over top of the soil so when I drop a bit of the dirt, it goes right back into my pot. Alright, now we've got our seed pots full of dirt. We're going to put some seeds in. I've got some watermelon seeds here because a lot of people were asking for watermelons this year. And watermelon seeds are a lot bigger than all the plants we've been planting in the spring. So we want the hole that we poke in here to be a lot deeper. We're going to go, I like to say we go right up to our first knuckle. And if you look, you've got a little line on your finger. So I'm going to poke a hole right down to that line in my finger. I'm going to drop just one seed in this time. And I'm going to gently cover it up. Alright, so we finished our seed trays. Don't worry if they are not absolutely perfect. You can see some of ours are a little different, a little squishier, things like that. They're all going to work out. We've got some cucumbers and melons planted in here. You could do tomatoes, pumpkins, squash, zucchinis, all those sorts of things. You're going to want to put this tray in a nice sunny place or under some sort of a light so that it's got lots and lots of light and heat. Also make sure that you're watering it every day or two, keeping enough water in the tray that the pots can suck up the water. You'll see that the paper should stay a little bit wet. If it's getting dry, then you're going to want to water it. That's it for this time. Hope to see you guys again.